Hello and welcome to That Grassroots Ramble, the show bringing you the very latest from the world of grassroots football. Now, sticking with the topic of non-league football, now we're going to discuss the people that help make it happen, and that, of course, is the volunteers.
That's right, Charlotte, and I'm really pleased to say that this week we've been joined by a very special guest presenter who volunteers at his local club, Faversham Strike Force.
Archie, a very warm welcome to the Ramble. It's a pleasure to have you here. First things first, tell us a little bit about yourself and, of course, your football club, Faversham Strike Force.
Yeah, I volunteer at the club and I've been there from a very young age of 4 playing.
It's a big club, isn't it? You've got a big youth section there. How many teams have you got now?
We've got 40 teams and 640 players.
Wow, big club.
That is huge. Now, how did you get involved with volunteering and what kind of roles do you do at the club nowadays?
So my dad is one as well, so because of that I got into football as a young age and then soon I become a volunteer. And this season for Faversham Strike Force I've been doing presenting the goals and everything like that.
I know you mentioned you want to get into football journalism as you grow up, and what a great start for you starting as a volunteer at a football club. What's your favourite part of match day at the club?
The tension, the build up to the game and the goals.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Jason, but I think Strike Force sounds like a very special football club indeed.
It is, and I think they're lucky to have such a young volunteer in Archie, and I'm sold. So, Archie, I know you've got quite a big game tonight against Larkfield Football Club, bit of a top-of-the-table clash. So I've got a bit of a special mission for you. How about we send you down there, you can show us around the club, do a few interviews with a few of the other volunteers, yeah?
Yep, no problem. Happy to give you a tour.
Good stuff.
Now, Archie, Jason mentioned it there, top-of-the-table clash against Larkfield. Are Strike Force going to take home 3 points?
Maybe. It's going to be a tough game. They're joint first in the league and we're fourth, so 2 teams wanted promotion and we'll just see how it goes.
Good stuff, looking forward to it. Right, I think if we're going to make kick-off, mate, we better get a move on. So I reckon if we throw to a quick ad break, then we'll probably have time to get there.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll be back after a short break.
We know that maintaining fixtures and results on your website can be a real pain, so naturally our manual entry page is fast and efficient. But if your fixtures and results are published on the FA's full-time website, our integration tool will automatically maintain them for you, making manual entry a thing of the past. MyClubPro, beautiful websites for the beautiful game.
Welcome back to That Grassroots Ramble. Before the ad break, we dispatched Jason and our special reporter Archie to his football club, Faversham Strike Force, to give us a tour around the ground and to meet the volunteers who make match day happen. Archie, are you there?
Hi Charlotte, yes I'm here with Jason to show you around my football club, Faversham Strike Force.
Good stuff, thanks for having me down, Arch. Shall we start in the bar before it gets busy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Guys, wait up! There was no way that I was going to miss out on this road trip.
How'd you get it so fast?
The magic of non-league football, obviously.
Good stuff, let's go.
Hi Kerry, can I have two Diet Cokes and the usual please?
You can.
Hi Kerry, nice to meet you.
Hi, and you
I
guys.
think you've been buzzing about since we've been here. What do you tend to do on match days?
A bit of everything, really. What don't I do? So I make sure that the clubhouse is all clean and tidy and ready to go. The toilets, make sure the burger bar's fully stocked. Got staff down there. Do a quick walk around the pitch, make sure everything's okay. So a bit of everything, really.
Yeah, what is it like being a football manager of a non-league club?
Challenging, I'd say. The most challenging thing I find is the sort of the leagues themselves, the demands that they put on players and also volunteers, because that's what most of us are still at our club anyway.
Why did you give up your free time to get involved?
5-6 years ago, the first team was on the verge of folding, and Gary come in and said, look, will you merge the 18s with the senior side we've got left? And there we are, that's where we are now. 6 years later, me and Gary's still doing it, and we've managed to go up through grassroots level, up and into the SCEFL, which is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, it must be hard fitting everything in. So what is your match day routine?
I'm sort of a bit anal about stuff, so Saturdays I'd get up quite early. I'm already having conversations with myself about, do I change the team, do I change the setup depending on the opposition, and I'm speaking to Stuart, my assistant, all week about that.
I get all the kit prepared at home before I leave. I make sure all the player shirts are on hangers. I make sure all the warm-up tops are set out ready. Make sure we've got all the bibs. Make sure we've got all the jackets for the subs.
So it's on Saturday morning that we're sort of nailing that down as to who's going to start, what shape we're going to play, getting all the set pieces right, and the team talk, what in my head, what I'm going to talk about.
With the coaches, I make sure we've got everything we need, all the first aid stuff's there, all of the bibs, the cones for the warm-up, all the footballs have got air in them, ready to go.
And then I'm normally at the ground reasonably early just to make sure everything's set up for when they arrive, because it has to be, for me, it has to be perfect. Everything has to be ready, and when the players arrive, they know exactly what's required of them.
Yeah, what's it like in the dressing room on a match day?
Well, it depends on what time you're in there. It's quite chaotic when we first get in, getting everything set up, and when the players arrive. Then they normally come in, they'll come out, have a walk on the pitch, they'll come back in, put their music on, which is really loud. So I tend to come outside then and make sure we've got all the warm-up ready. I'm happy with the way the warm-up's set up, ready to go. But it's a real buzz in there, it really is lively atmosphere.
Why do you give up your time to volunteer for Strike Force?
I feel that there's a real need to give back to the community, and I believe that sport and Faversham Strike Force Football Club allows me to do that, to help make my community better, help it for generations, and support the development of my family to be active as well.
How and why did you get involved?
I started helping up here season before last, just helping out, pulling a few pints here and there, and then got roped into a few more odd jobs.
So it starts.
Yeah, but actually I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it again. So when the manager's position come up and they asked me to do it, I bit their hand off, and I love it. So yeah.
But what do you love most about match day in particular?
Atmosphere, definitely the atmosphere. It's always really high. The music gets everyone going outside. And then whether you win or lose, when everyone comes back in here, they all have something to eat, we all have a drink, and we all have a really good laugh. So the atmosphere is always really high.
How is non-league football about more than just a match day?
Well, it's about bringing people together. So we have lots of family, young children, young people, and older generation coming together to watch good old-fashioned grassroots non-league football. And it's about the chats at the bar or the chats over the burger van, and just much more than just a game of football.
What's the difference instead of supporting Strike Force than a Premier League side or your main club?
Well, I'd say it's more unpredictable. We don't know what we're going to get on a Saturday with the Strike Force team, than compared to what you might get from your top 5 in the Premier League, which can become predictable. So with Strike Force, it's about goals, entertainment, and watching players that you might know, have a connection with through family, or they might have played for Strike Force youth teams.
I asked you to run through a brick wall for us, didn't I, at the start? You're doing it. You're doing it. Oh, boy.
What makes, in your opinion, Strike Force special?
Well, we're only as good as the people that we have running the club. So over 150 volunteers, we've got over 640 players now. So we're only as good as the people we've got, and we've got some really good ones in place at the moment that are empathetical, understanding and devoted to the club.
And the final question, what is your favourite part about non-league football?
I like the fact that it's accessible and affordable for everybody. Everyone loves a bit of football.
I suppose the most enjoyable thing would be to grow young players.
I think it's the unpredictability of everything with it. We're turning up at stadiums, you never know what you're going to get, you never know what side you're going to face.
Probably the half-time entertainment around having a chat around what happened in the first half, grabbing a bite to eat and a pint and just conversing around the game.
And it's definitely the community spirit. The community spirit for non-league, I think it's amazing. Love it.
Fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Archie, for the drinks.
Cheers to Kerry.
I'll put it on your tab.
Thanks for coming down, guys.
Oh, no problem at all. Thanks for having us. We've had a good bit of football, good beer, good burger. That's what non-league's all about, isn't it, Charlotte?
Yeah, it's been phenomenal and a very deserved point as well. But I think let's debrief somewhere perhaps a little bit warmer.
Right, I've always wanted to say this. Back to the studio.
And just like that, we are back in the nice, warm studio to dissect what was an incredible match day experience. Faversham Strike Force are a wonderful football club, and Archie, you did an exceptional job in showing us around. A last-minute equaliser was fantastic. Did you think it was worth a point, that game? Were you happy with a point?
Yeah, like we could have got a win at the end. We had chances, but they could have won as well. Red enough chances in the first half and enough in the second, but we took ours like final five, and that was what it was worth.
Yeah, very late goal. Crowd went wild. Archie, as Charlotte said, you've done a brilliant job for us, so thank you for that. One more question for you. Is non-league football past it?
No, far from it. And that goal sums it up, just what it meant to the fans and the players.
Archie, I completely agree with you, and with non-league day coming up, we hope that you will take the opportunity to go and support your local side, the club that is right on your doorstep. We promise you, you just need to go out and find them.
Yep, and here at MyClubPro to celebrate non-league day, if you're a volunteer at a football club and you perhaps need a new website to help your volunteers save some time, get your news out there to your fans, come over to our website, myclubpro.co.uk. Use the voucher code non-league and you'll get your website free until July 2023, and I'll put the details down in the description.
Well, gents, I have had such a good time finding out even more about non-league football, but that is probably all we have time for this episode. And Archie, I think it's only right that the final word is left with you.
Enjoy non-league day, everyone. Make sure you get out there and support your local team.
If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a ramble.